This is Lisa from Pixie Dust Cakes. Today I'm going to go through quite a few things, but for the first part of it, I'm going to try and explain the difference between the Pixie Dust bling cups and the Pixie Dust bling cups that fit the Benti cake molds. So what made me create this whole entire thing was I just wanted to be able to pull out of the Benti mold something that was already decorated and coming out with a nice deep emboss, and I didn't have to throw paper away. So here is the Benti cake size mold that fits into this brown cup that you'll get. And then it fits into, this is the same size. Then it fits into the mold like this. So that's the Benti cake one. And then there's the Pixie Dust, Pixie Bling cup one that is a little bit thicker sided and fits into this light blue container. So here's the difference between the two. I don't know if you can see that. This one is thicker walled. This one is thinner walled. They're both the same size when they come out of the molds. It's just that this one will not fit into this one. See, it just does not fit. So there we go. So some of these have such deep or high raised embossing that it creates, you know, thin walls on the Benti cake ones. Well, that was kind of my purpose, is to get pretty much the same size as you would the Benti cake ones. And then the toppers fit in to the Benti cakes. And the Pixie bands fit into the Benti cakes. You have to work it a little bit. It helps if you dust it with some cornstarch, but see there, it boings right in. And then if you want to do a topper, I have in the Pixie Bling cup, a plain cup, where you can put the popper in that, or the topper in that, excuse me. And then you pull that out. Or you can do the band and get the relief for the embossing on the sides. And I put little arrows on for the first couple of times. When you wash them, it washes off. Just so you know what the top is, which is going to be your top. And the same thing, you just kind of have to work it a little bit. And then you want to make sure when you put them in, either the Benti or in my Pixie Bling cup, see, it fits nice and tight. You want to make sure that you push down and you have a nice tight seal around the bottom, just like in the Benti one as well. Now, if you dust this with cornstarch, you want to make sure that you just dust the silicone mold and not down in here, because you want that nice shiny top. Or you can do a chocolate transfer at the bottom. Now with this one, I'm going to just show you real quick, because it makes it easy in the cups to dust it a little bit. I dust the cups and I dust the mold a little bit with the for the Pixie Bling cups. Oops, just a little bit, not so much. Okay, and that doesn't take very long, and then it just slides right in, especially if you pull it out. And then I use my press to make sure it's all nice and tight down in there. You see that? And the same with the bands. I just really try and make sure, and you can use the edge of this for the bands, kind of go down the side of the bands, and that kind of helps push it down close snug to the bottom of the pan, which is then going to be your top. And then I have the toppers in here, and I do the same thing for the toppers. Sometimes they get air bubbles and you want to kind of burp them a little bit. Let's put this one in. And you want to get as close to center as you can, because it's a little bit bigger than 1/8, but it's smaller than a quarter. So you will have that ridge, and I'll show you in another video how to clean those up really nice and clean. So here, this tray is all ready to go. Now, to make this tray ready to go, same thing. I have the band in here, and I'm going to move that around so it's nice and tight. But first, I'm going to push it out. Just showing you different ways that you can do this. There's something in there. Okay. Just dust that a little bit. I dust the sides. It just gives a nice quick little coating in there. And see how fast it slides right in. Now, this one is a different thing. It is like the plain Pixie Dust cup, bling cup. But this is the Mr. and Mrs. This is exclusive to Pixie Dust. Where it slides right in there. And this one you cannot get to fit into the Benti cups, and it will never fit into the Benti cups. So then let's do this one real quick. Let's do the mold. Boom, 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 boom. And it goes right in. See, it slides right in. So now I have 3 things going. I have the one that's exclusive. I have the plain that has the band in it. Or you can put just the topper in it. Let's do this. And that's the same thing. You have to kind of burp it. Put that one aside since we're going to be doing the ones in here. Change this out real quick. I want that one in there. See, that just popped right in. All right, so then, just to show you, this is a Benti size one. You can put it in this, it's got some space to it. You can put it, it's generic, inexpensive on Amazon. Kind of holder if you want to do that. I prefer the cups or filling the 6 trays in the Benti where they fit nice and snug so they don't bulge or anything else. But the Pixie Bling ones, Pixie Bling cups with the wider, thicker edges, it helps if you dust it. So just remember, dust, dust, dust. I know a lot of people have said, oh my gosh, I'll never forget to dust them again because they had a hard time getting them out of the cups. So it's very important that you do that if you don't want to struggle with it. And see, this pops right in. And there you go. And so you can fill this one up with the Pixie Bling ones and be done. But like I said, this has some give to it, so it's not going to come out nice and tight. Or you just do it in the cup, which I didn't dust. It probably has some dust from the other one. So now we have set up in here, we have toppers, we have the Pixie Bling cup, we have the bands, and here we have the topper, which you can do the band as well. We have just the exclusive, we have the Benti in its cup, and then we have the Pixie Bling cup in its cup, and then we have the minis. Minis, everything's pretty much the same information on that. So Here it is, the Benti and the mini. I don't have it in either or. So you can do it in the cup when you receive it, because you'll receive it in this color cup. And you can fill up your tray. Same thing, I'm just gonna dust these real quick. Boom. It goes right in. I'll use my tapper. Boom. And I don't do it on the tops either, because I don't want the cornstarch. And then on the edges of the chocolate. So there's my arrow going down. This is the paw print, the willow paw. And it goes in there. See, it goes boing. And then you just make sure, and we'll do the same with the stomping of it. Now this one is the mini plain. So here's one of the butterfly blossom one. So we're going to use that one, that topper. So if we're going to do a topper in that, oh no, I got both. Sorry. Smash this back down. And then I have another plain one that we're going to put the lace band, which is coming out this week. All the bands are going to be coming out this week at some point in time. I could only get so much done. And then I use the little press, and I just kind of rub it across the sides. You're not gonna hurt the silicone band. And all of this is food grade silicone. So here we've got a little bit of everything. Put that one aside. We've got a topper in the plain cup. We have the Pixie Bling cup in our size. We have the exclusive Mr. and Mrs. Then we have the Benti Bling cup in its little holder. And then we have a plain Pixie Bling cup with the side band. And then we have one with a topper in it. And then we have the mini cup that is in here. So there that is. That can all stay on here. And then we have in here, just like we did the bigger one, we have the toppers, we have a band, and then we have 2 Pixie Bling cups in it. So I think for right now, that's hopefully explaining the size difference when you go online. And now the next video is going to be about the cake size. See you in the next video.